Have you ever felt that unsettling tremor, the quiet hum of uncertainty, when the very foundations you've come to rely on begin to shift? For Pittsburgh Penguins fans, that feeling is becoming all too familiar as the relentless churn of the NHL trade rumor mill continues to grind, now casting its shadow over a player who has embodied grit, versatility, and clutch performance for years, Bryan Rust. How do you, as a dedicated professional, keep your focus, maintain your resolve, when the whispers of your potential departure become louder than the cheers of your home crowd? It's a question many players in this league face, but for us, it hits differently when it's one of our own. Just last week, Penguins general manager Kyle Dubas, in a statement that sent a quiet ripple of anxiety to the fan base, refused to quell the trade rumors, instead offering a starkly pragmatic declaration. He would look at anything. Those 4 words, seemingly innocuous, speak volumes about the current state of our beloved franchise, a team in transition, a management group unafraid to explore every avenue, no matter how uncomfortable it might make us feel. And Bryan Rust, a veteran forward who has bled black and gold, finds himself squarely in the crosshairs of this evolving landscape. Rust, a player known for his unwavering effort and ability to step up in crucial moments, has reportedly been hearing his name in the trade rumor discussions throughout the offseason. Spending his summers in Canada, he's heard it from others, perhaps even before seeing it in print. And how does he react? With a calm, almost resigned pragmatism that speaks to the cold, hard realities of professional sports. He's tried to take it in stride, acknowledging the nature of the business and the situation the team is in. But there's a crucial detail that adds a new layer to his vulnerability. His full no-trade clause has expired. That protection, that shield against the uncertainty of the league, is gone. And with it, the whispers can now become concrete possibilities. This isn't just about Bryan Rust. It's about the broader philosophy taking root within the Penguins organization. Dubas's look at anything mantra signals a clear departure from the past, a willingness to dismantle sacred cows if it means building a more sustainable, competitive future. It's a necessary, albeit painful, evolution for a team that has clung to its core for so long. But for players like Rust, who have given so much to this team, it translates into a constant state of flux, a reminder that loyalty, while valued, often takes a backseat to strategic asset management. So, let's talk about what Bryan Rust brings to the table, and why his name is even in these conversations. Rust isn't a superstar, but he's an indispensable component of a winning team. He's a Swiss Army knife forward, capable of playing anywhere in the top 9, excelling on the penalty kill, and possessing a knack for timely scoring. He's the kind of player every coach loves, responsible defensively, relentless on the forecheck, and always willing to go to the dirty areas. His speed and tenacity make him a nightmare for opposing defensemen, and his ability to elevate his game in the playoffs has been a hallmark of his career. He's a leader by example, a player who embodies the Penguins' hockey identity. From a purely hockey perspective, his value is clear. For a team looking for a reliable two-way forward with Stanley Cup experience, Rust is an attractive asset. He's not just a rental. He's under contract, providing stability to any acquiring team. But from the Penguins' perspective, if they are truly committed to a retooling or rebuilding phase, a player like Rust, who is still performing at a high level and has a manageable contract, could fetch a significant return. Perhaps draft picks or younger prospects that align with a long-term vision. This is the agonizing calculus that general managers face, balancing immediate contributions with future potential. Rust's situation isn't unique in the NHL, of course. The league is a constant whirlwind of movement, speculation, and strategic maneuvering. We see it across the board, from teams grappling with salary cap constraints to those desperately seeking to add a missing piece. Take the Edmonton Oilers, for example. They're reportedly interested in Columbus Blue Jackets forward Yegor Chinakhov, a player who has already requested a trade. But the Oilers are tight against the cap, and the Blue Jackets GM isn't likely to give him away cheaply. This highlights the intricate dance of assets, contracts, and team needs that defines the modern NHL. Then there's the ongoing saga of goaltending in Edmonton, with Stuart Skinner and Calvin Pickard. The Oilers haven't found a trade partner for their goalies, and now they're banking on a new goaltending coach to elevate Skinner's game and rebuild his confidence. Or consider the Seattle Kraken, weighing a long-term deal for Eeli Tolvanen, a player they acquired and who has found new life in their system. These are all threads in the same vast tapestry of NHL roster management, each decision impacting not just the players involved, but the entire league landscape. What these examples and Russ's situation underscores the relentless, impersonal nature of the business. Players, no matter how beloved or dedicated, are ultimately assets. Their contracts, their no-trade clauses, their performance, all are evaluated through a lens of what best serves a franchise's long-term goals. For Bryan Rust, who has given his heart and soul to Pittsburgh, this means facing the reality that his future, for the first time in a long time, is truly uncertain. It's a tough pill for fans to swallow, watching a player who's been so integral to our success navigate such a precarious position. The emotional toll on players in this environment is often overlooked. To hear your name constantly circulating, to know that your future could be decided by a phone call, requires an incredible level of mental fortitude. Rust's ability to take it in stride is a testament to professionalism, but it doesn't diminish the underlying stress. For us, the fans, it's a reminder that the golden era of stability and continuity, where our core seemed untouchable, is truly in the rearview mirror. We are now in an era of calculated risks, of difficult decisions, and of constant speculation. As the Penguins navigate this challenging period, the focus remains on finding the right balance between honoring the past and building for the future. Bryan Rust represents a vital link to our recent success, but his potential availability also represents an opportunity to acquire assets that could fuel the next chapter. It's a bittersweet reality, one that forces us to reconcile our emotional attachments with the cold, hard logic of team building. The question isn't just about whether Russ will be traded, but about what kind of team the Penguins are truly trying to become and what sacrifices they are willing to make to get there. So, Penguins fans, how do you feel about Bryan Rust's pragmatic approach to these trade rumors? Does his calm demeanor reassure you? Or does it simply highlight the stark reality of the business? What do you believe his value is to the team, and what kind of return would you expect if he were to be traded? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear your perspective on this challenging situation. And if you appreciate our deep dives into Penguins world, please hit that like button to show your support and help us continue bringing you these discussions. Thank you for joining us, and let's keep the conversation going as we navigate these uncertain waters together.